Papa Squad! Coming at you! How's everybody doing? It is Tuesday, and this was a song recommended by, if I'm remembering correctly, CHD Returns was the commenter's name. Somebody new. I don't know when they started following, but they had a couple of really interesting suggestions that I am absolutely on board with. It's not old stuff, as you can see from the little screen here. It's from 2011. This is apparently the last album that this band, the band is called The Last Kinection, Kinection. So not connection, but Kinection, like kinetic, or the Kinect from Xbox. So anyway, The Last Kinection, and the song is called Are We There Yet, featuring Simone Stacey. I skipped ahead to set my volume levels, and she does indeed have a very nice voice. Why I'm listening to this is, or why we're listening to this, is because it's in a band made up of indigenous people from Australia. So I'm totally on board for that. For one thing, I've been lucky enough to travel to Australia. I've got a friend there who I was able to meet. We'd only met online from working together, and I loved it. I would love to spend more time in Australia, and have always thought, like a lot of indigenous people under British rule or post-British rule, they got screwed. Screwed. They're still getting screwed. In America, they're getting screwed. In Australia, they're getting screwed. They're just screwed. And it's crappy. So, this is a type of music that I think they absolutely fit into incredibly well, because it's a type of music, hip-hop in general is what I'm talking about, is a type of music that came up from, I mean, I don't mean it to be an insulting word, but from the downtrodden, right? From people who had been taken advantage of their entire life, and they wanted to express something different and new, and that's where hip-hop came from, really, and rap and hip-hop came from. I'm super interested. I so hope it's good. He said this is probably their best album. He or she, I'm not sure who CHD Returns is. Probably their best album, also probably their last album. So let's jump in here. I have no idea what this is like. I'm looking forward to it, and it's just about 4.5 minutes long. So again, this is from indigenous people from Australia, and let's see what it sounds like. Little silent. Like that right off the bat. Okay, before we get too far in, this must be Simone Stacey. That beginning, the boop 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 boop, it very much sounds like it could have been from an early 80s track, right? Like if you just listen to that little bit, definitely kind of electro-y sort of feel. I think it's very, very cool. I'm going to back up a little bit, but let's listen. Oh yeah. Kind of looked like he was going to hit that guy right in the back.
They probably don't wanna know how long it's gonna take to bring them home. or reacts the fact that I put this in a song. Statistics say that I will.
Okay, the initial singer, who I assume is Simone Stacey, really a fantastic voice and did a great job, absolutely great job. And when this woman comes in singing or rapping, she has a really, really good, distinctive voice that I really love. It doesn't have any of the sort of breathiness that sometimes you can get especially in female singers. Sorry, I hope that's not a bad thing to say. She's got a good voice though. Totally love it.
Will make the predicted day of life expectancy compared to the average Aussie that grew up next door to me. Where do we start at? Where is the heart at? Put this in the pot to give the dogs some in the park at. Evil will prevail when good people are just not doing nothing. So when I spit on this beat, I believe I'm doing something. Using my heart through the hardest parts is my navigation. Using my art if I start losing all my concentration. A lot of us are debating about the destination. The rest of us are just waiting and waiting and waiting. I'll be back here. I'll be back here. When the we're gonna get there. I'll be back here. I'll be back here. When the we're gonna get there. I'll be back here. I'll be back here. When the we're gonna get there. I'll be back here. I'll be back here.
Now how we gonna get there? We don't even have boats. And how we gonna get there when we're not winning votes? We will never.
Oh, I love that his accent is coming through. It's so good.
Never get there while the police speak their spokes. Garden party circus clowns wooing kids with their jokes. Another death in custody to a suicide fatality. This is how it's supposed to be in a capitalist society. People on the top and people on the bottom and people in the middle who don't want to know what happened while the poor breaks down the broke. That's how the rich get richer. I've seen a fella swap a slab for $1 million picture. Seems like every society needs poverty. Minorities, the government majority of welfare work employees. Was a sunburned country now fat.
Yeah, so it's unfortunately apparently worldwide. I mean, everything this guy's rapping about is exactly the sorts of things that we encounter here in America, and is exactly the sort of thing that, not even early, but rap and hip-hop artists have been talking about for years and years and years, calling out the fact that, yeah, there's all sorts of rich people, and the result of that is there's a bunch of poor people. Really, it's very good. It's a very good song.
Drum County, never been initiated, faced at a party, never lived on the mish, never made it to court, and I never went to prison cause I never got caught.
People are we there yet? People are we there yet? People are we there yet? There yet? People are we there yet? People are we there yet? People are we there yet? There yet?
That's a cute little girl. Good voice. Very, very good. It always surprises me to hear stuff from other parts of the world that, for whatever reason, just... And I understand it's because it's international and all that sort of stuff, but, talking about being on the internet, you would think things like this might catch on every now and again, and I guess, unfortunately, the things that catch on are stuff like Gangnam Style, right? Like hokey novelty acts that, catch people's attention and become super popular. But stuff like this, which is as good as a ton of rap and hip-hop that's played on our stations or that people listen to generally, Just doesn't get any attention. So this is a cool song. Obviously, the politics and the specific topics dealing with what's going on in Australia isn't going to resonate with people here in the States. Excuse me. Or anywhere else around the world, really. But the general topics that they talk about absolutely are exactly the same. So I could see this song being popular here in the States. Like, absolutely no issue with that at all. I would think it could catch on. And really good voices. Man, the two women particularly had fantastic voices. The thing I liked best about the guy's rapping was his accent, just the fact that it came through, and I mean, that accent is just fantastic. Really good stuff. Thank you for recommending this. I'm going to probably do the other video you recommended tomorrow, and you'll just have to wait to see what that is, unless you're reading the comments or you're the person that left the comment. So thanks again. Pop Squat, checking out. Please like, subscribe, and share. We're well over 300, like 311 followers now, which is pretty cool. Have yourself an excellent evening and a good rest of the week. Tomorrow is surprisingly already Wednesday, which I don't know how that happened, but there you go. Like I said, like, subscribe, and share. Bye!